Welcome to the Goddess Show podcast, voices of visionary women, inspiring female leaders by interviewing amazing guests to encourage us all to rise up. Enjoy. Hello and welcome to the Goddess Show podcast, voices of visionary women, inspiring female leaders. And today we have a very, very special guest, and her name is Monica Nagpal. Welcome, Monica.
Thank you so much, Tula, for inviting me for this wonderful goddess show. I'm
Oh,
already feeling like so empowered.
Oh, fantastic. Now, Monica, you are the founder of Inner Peace Academy. Don't we all aspire to that? A radical pause coach, podcaster, author, life coach, and PLR therapist, as well as a parenting coach. So you empower professionals to transition into confident, impactful leaders with your unique coaching formula. We're going to find out all about it. And your coaching philosophy is pause, breathe, reflect, and restart. Yes?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Fantastic. So, without further ado, let's launch into this interview and find out all about you. And my very first question to you is if you wouldn't mind sharing a little about your own personal inspiring story, your own journey as a person, that would be fantastic because that really inspires other women as well.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Tula, for such a lovely introduction. So, going back to my, like you can say, my earlier ages when I was a little younger, not that I'm old now.
Oh, not at all.
Women women should never feel like that. But yes, I finished my PhD in education, and after that, because of certain family circumstances, I was not able to work. So life just went through. I was upskilling myself in those times, doing certain things, taking up some courses here and there. And I joined also a very beautiful Buddhist philosophy. I continued to do that, but I was not professionally doing anything. And then when COVID hit, it was the greatest pause for the whole world.
Yes.
Yes, and that got me thinking that we all need that kind of a pause. And since I had that kind of a 25 years of pause, I came out in a better way, I thought, because that pause gave me time to self reflect, to upskill myself, to evolve myself as a woman, which I wanted to be.
Wow.
And that is why I started a podcast which was called a Pause Talk. And I invited for 1 year, every week, I invited one woman who would have taken this kind of a pause, and they would have come out of that pause and really shown to the world, unleashed themselves. And that is how my journey into coaching started. And today, that is how I call myself as a radical pause coach. I'm think this is the first radical pause coach, and I also call myself as a hopepreneur.
Mhm.
So, which is giving hope to each woman that age is just a number. Your wishes, your dreams can be fulfilled at any age, and also you all have the potential to be happy and
Yes,
hopeful.
yes, you're never too old, it's never too late. I want to ask you before we move on the pause because it's very, very common for women to get married, to look after the family, to look after everyone else other than ourselves. So, is that the kind of pause that you're referring to there for 25 years, Monica?
So
Please
it
tell us a
is.
little bit
So
about that pause.
yes. So in spite of doing a doctorate in education, not being able to work was a very frustrating feeling. But then being able to look after the family. And then when I got into a philosophy which helped me to understand that, okay, whatever is happening to you is happening for a reason. It is not out of reason that certain things happen to you. Important is that how you continue to evolve. So when we say that it is a winter of your life, in winter also the seeds just don't sit down. They continue to evolve so that when the spring comes, they just bloom. So that is the philosophy which I stuck by. And in this pause, I utilized the pause to really, really evolve myself as
Yes.
a person. That is
Fantastic.
the most important thing. So, if a pause is not only because of your childbirth, your marriage, it could be when we spoke about pause in my Pause Talk podcast, we spoke about 52 different kind of pauses in 52
Yes,
weeks.
yes. I was actually asking about your personal pause. If I mean, as
Yes.
much as you'd like to share, I understand that it was a gift for you, and it is, I hear all those amazing, inspiring, and positive messages from it. I was just trying, I guess, to specify in some way what your personal pause was that you overcame, as much as you'd like to share. If it's something that's, too personal for you, I understand you don't have to share it. There's no obligation, and we can move on with the interview. That's fine.
No, no, I that is absolutely fine because I had my own in-laws who were not well. I had given
So you had to
birth to
look after
children.
them.
Yes, I had to look after them. I had a school. I opened my school, but I had to shut down that school because I had to take care of my in-laws who were not well. Then I had given birth to children. I had to look after them. So all of this is a very basic. Especially, I think in India we are expected more to be towards the home, and it is okay to not work for a woman. But for a woman to not work is not only for economic reasons, but also for that individuality that she wants for
Yes,
her own self. It is
yes,
not only for financial freedom.
yes.
But still, I kept my flame running. That was the whole point.
You did for
Yes.
25 years. Good on you.
Yes.
And what you mentioned about Indian culture, Indian families is also, I think, prevalent in a lot of other cultures as well. So it's
Countries. Yes.
actually a very, very, I think it's a situation that most of our viewers and listeners can relate to. For instance, I will tell you the reason that I launched into my own business to empower women at such a late age. I started my first company at the age of 52. Okay, so so the reason I did that is because I did the research, and in fact, 80%, and this is in Australia, right? This is a developed nation. 80,
Yes.
80% of Australian women do not have retirement funds to retire on.
Yeah.
So why does that happen? Because even here, we drop out to raise our families, to look after
Mm.
our sick, loved ones, or whatever the situation is. So I think what
Correct.
you mentioned is something that a lot of our listeners and watchers will relate to. Thank you for that. So moving on now to tell us about your business. What motivated you to start? You had 25 years to hatch it all up, and why you're passionate about it.
Yes. So after 25 years, when it was COVID time, and I saw that everybody was having that pause, and that pause gave everybody time to reflect. So it was not a pause only for one person, it was a pause for every individual. It would be a teacher, it would be a parent, it would be a corporate person. Everybody had that pause. So that is why I thought that this is one niche that I should catch up, because as soon as the COVID was over, everybody was running again. So why do we need a natural calamity or an epidemic or a pandemic to help us to take a pause? Why cannot we take a radical pause our own self?
Hmm.
So that is where I started off with my idea, and I started to build up on that. And today I'm really, really very passionate because again, to today's 2025, people are still running like that as they were doing
Yes,
pre-COVID.
yes, absolutely. But
So
tell us about your actual business. What is your business?
So my business is all about coaching. I do executive coaching. I also do parenting coaching. I do mindfulness for teenagers. So I have my hands full, and I'm having a lot of caps on my head. So trying to not leave even one person behind. Why should I have certain particular people that I'm not able to cater to somebody else?
Yes,
So women in any field, even men are welcome, because I do my past life regression theory now. That therapy also helps everybody, and especially the youth, because youth is the people who are going to take the next generation. They
yes,
are the ones who are going to get what we are going to give them as probably in sustainable form or not. That is what we have to understand.
Well,
So
that's
taking this is very important as my business, which I'm doing now, to help people to understand that they have the potential for being happy,
yes.
and we can heal the world only through our own hope and happiness.
Fantastic. What a great message. And you sound so, so passionate about it. Thank you, Monica. So tell me, what were the first few steps you took to get your business up and running? Because that can help
Yes.
someone else as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. So when we start on, especially the coaching business, when we start immediately, it will not fetch you much immediately because you are new, people don't know you. So we have to first create that kind of an atmosphere, that kind of a niche. And today, social media is there to help us in all the ways. So putting yourself out there and putting your passion there, putting your message out there so that people start connecting to you. Okay, yes, this is the one thing that she really is passionate about, and she can help us on this part.
Okay.
That is what we have to take it forward initially. And that is what I did. I started to run, initially, I started to run free webinars which were online, and it is such a boon today that we have so many things. We can reach to the whole world, people sitting anywhere in the world. Today, you are sitting in Australia, I am here, and in India, and we are talking here, but it was not
Isn't
possible
it
before.
fantastic? And
It
tell
is so
me, what time is
amazing.
it over there at the moment?
I am having 12:15 p.m. today now.
Oh, lovely. So it's lunchtime, is it?
It is lunchtime, right? Right.
Awesome, awesome. That's great. So thank you so much. I think that's a very important first step, isn't it? Is just to put yourself out there and let people know what you're passionate about and what you'd like to do. So thank you for sharing
Right.
that. So tell me, what have been your biggest challenges so far in your business?
Absolutely. Nothing comes without the challenge, and we have to overcome all the obstacles to know our strength. Because I really tell everybody that we should love the obstacles and the challenges, because if they don't come, we will know where we stand, what is my strength, and where do I have to work on myself. So it is very important to really embrace the challenges, and that is the time to actually take that pause to reflect on those challenges. So challenges which I faced initially, it starts from your own self doubt. That is the first
That's
challenge
a
that
big
you.
one, isn't it?
Big one, big one. Starting at the age, as Tula says, she started at 52. I was the same age. I was, I think, 53 probably. And when I
Fantastic.
started, yes. And then saying that, why will people listen to me? I have not worked in a corporate. Why will people listen to me what I'm saying? No, and then you have to believe in yourself that only people working somewhere will not have that kind of a confidence or that kind of a knowledge or wisdom. Everybody who is living a life of purpose will have that kind of a say to say something about the word they want to put through.
Yes, yeah.
So that confidence gave me, first I was able to overcome that first challenge of self doubt, right?
So how did you overcome it? How did you go from self-doubt to confidence?
Absolutely. That is a very wonderful question, because we identify the challenge, but we need to know how to overcome that
Yes,
also.
yes.
So, to overcome your self doubt is to actually go dive into and upskill yourself to be able to really get all the hold of the wisdom that you want to share with people, because empty vessels will make a lot of noise, but that noise will not go very far.
Everything you say sounds so profound and wise. Thank you. So I guess what you're just to recap on what you just said, you transformed from self-doubt to confidence by upskilling. So you basically gained your confidence by having all the knowledge that you needed. Is that, am I right?
Yes, yes. We need mentors. What I say is that we need mentors in our life who will help us to tap into that potential. So now, probably, I'm on the other side of the seat, and now we can help people to
Yes.
tap their potential so that they become from that confident and self-doubting person to a confident person.
Yes.
No, they
Oh,
can give them clarity.
yes.
We are
Fantastic.
on the other side now. So yeah, that is most important, to have a mentor in your life. That
I think
mentor
that's
who
a
will guide
really,
you.
yeah,
Yes,
sorry to interrupt. I think that's a very important message is that we all need mentors and coaches for whatever it is.
yes,
I mean, when you play tennis, you need a tennis coach, or when you're at school, you have a teacher. When you're, I mean, we all need mentors and coaches
everywhere.
every stage of our life, wherever we are. So that's a really
Absolutely.
great message. Thank you, Monica. Now tell me, how do you personally keep motivated through difficult times? Do you have
Yes.
do you have a tool that you use that you'd like to share?
So my greatest tool is my prayer.
Uh,
It may sound very cliche because we have been asked to pray for everything in the world. But the new generation, I'm telling them actually, because they don't believe. They don't believe in the divine. Sometimes they say we can do everything. I am also saying that we can do everything.
mm,
We can do everything. The all the potential is within us.
yeah.
But important is to pray to bring out that potential. You may have the that emerald or that stone or the diamond inside you, but you need somebody to polish that, to identify that I have that. So
Mm,
when we pray, so it prayer is not to some divine, some God probably, but just to have that praying mode to something which is around you. No, if we go back to that, and that is why the show which Tula is playing is the goddess show. So unless we bring out that goddess within ourselves, no, that praying could be your own self,
mm.
and that is where pause also comes in, that you take that small pause to just reflect and bring out your potential, and
That
that is how every challenge can be met.
That's fantastic. Thank you for that message, Monica. And I just want to reiterate to our watchers, people watching and listening, that as you say, it doesn't. This is not necessarily a religious message. It can be religious if you want it to be. Everyone has their own higher power that they pray to, and I just wanted to clarify that. And I think it's by praying, you're also making a statement to the universe, which is very, very powerful. There are lots of ways to look at prayer as an affirmation as well, and also changing those neural pathways in your brain. The more you repeat something, the more neural pathways you create in your brain, which is fantastic. It's a very, very powerful tool. Thank you so much,
And
Monica.
I will just put one thing here, this that when we talk about being good, when we talk about being having some prayer, that doesn't make you weak. Don't feel that you are a weak person. Only a weak person will be praying or being good. Because if you are courageous, courage doesn't mean that you are not good.
Hmm.
This distinction is very, very important for, especially for the new generation, because they think that if you have to be a badass, then you have to be a bad person. But I say no, a
Right.
good can be a badass. So you can be very courageous with your goodness also.
That's a great message. That's a really good message. Thank you. Now tell me, Monica, what is the best advice that you have received recently?
Yes, very important, because unless we seek that advice and we take that advice, we cannot move. We should not say that I know it all. Always having that seeking spirit is very, very important. Today, I will be learning so much from Tula. The way she has hosted this, the way she is giving so much of impression about recapping the whole thing. So every time we have to take that advice. And the best advice that I have got is that how you can be visible. No, how can you be visible?
Ah,
Very, very important. Today, women want to work because we have been doing that for so many generations, working behind the scene.
hmm.
And today, if you are on a Zoom call and you will see everybody's screen is shut. Why? Because they don't want to be seen.
Mm.
So best thing that I have learned is to be visible.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's a really good message. And it does take a bit of courage and it does take self-worth as well, because I think it comes down again, as everything does, to confidence, doesn't it? So
Absolutely,
sometimes it's
absolutely.
very difficult for someone to be seen on social media, or, just to do those little Facebook lives or whatever they are. Some people find it very, very difficult. But I think the more I think one thing I can share, just that comes to mind right now, is the more we focus on why we're doing what we're doing, if it is in service for someone else, the more we grow our confidence, because it's not actually about us. We're communicating something that will help someone else. So that's a really, really great point that you brought up there. Thank you, Monica. So my next question to you is, what advice would you give to other aspiring female entrepreneurs?
Yes. So, ladies who are listening to this podcast anytime in whichever phase you would be now that you will be listening this, the most important thing is to remember, which I do, is the three V's. I put it down to three V's. The first V is the value. What is my core value? No, what is that core value that I want to share with the world, which has made what I am today? So that value is what you have to hold on to always. Second V is, I just spoke about, visibility.
Mm.
No, so visibility is so important. And then you have V for vision. If you don't have a vision, you are not doing anything in the world. You
Okay.
are just looking down on today, but having, so there's a contradictory sometimes when you feel that when somebody says I have to live for now, how do I have a vision? It is so contradictory sometimes. And especially the children will ask like that. You tell about taking a pause and then you're talking about a vision, which is so futuristic. Then I say no. You have your values, you have your vision. When you have your vision, then you become visible. That is
Fantastic. So the three V's.
absolutely the three ways. With that value, you make your vision. Your vision is not without a foundation. It is founded on your values. And when you have a vision, unless you make yourself visible, how will you give that vision to anybody else?
Yes.
Yes, so
Beautiful.
that
I love
visibility
that.
is
Thank
so
you so
important.
much. That's
Thank you.
fantastic. The three V's. So tell me, what are your favorite business tools and resources and why? Like just a couple will do. Resources that you use in your business that are really helpful.
Absolutely. So, till today, I am a one woman army. I'm doing my own editing and doing everything myself for my podcast videos, and I'm doing my social
Congratulations.
media. Everything. I also was able to make my own website on Wix.com. I made my website. Canva is a very user friendly app which we can use for all our social media creative work. Yes, I am using ChatGPT for the ideation purposes and to have certain content, which I then modify according to my own value system on my own ideas. And of course, Zoom is the best thing to happen. I must say, COVID gave us this. People had been using this for a very long time, but everybody started to use during the COVID times. And that really helped all of us to reach out to each and everybody around us.
That's
So
fantastic.
these are certain things which I very often use in my business wherever I'm doing. And of course, payment gateways are there, which you can use the payment gateways. They are very helpful, which you use
Yeah.
the Razor Pay and all. You use your payment gateways, which are there. So these are the things which we have to get into it, because
Yeah.
again, the challenge which you are asking after self doubt was technology,
Yeah.
because in
Yes.
times there
I'm
was no
sure.
technology.
I'm sure a lot of women can relate to this, because I myself started off offline and then took my business online, and it was a massive learning curve. But I want to thank you for those actual resources you shared, because the resources you shared actually make things really simple.
Yes.
Canva, ChatGTP, Wix, very easy to actually create something online. So thank you for that. They're very useful tools, Monica. Okay, so next question to you is, what are your goal, or what is a goal that you're aspiring to at the moment, and how are you striving to achieve it?
Absolutely, absolutely. Without a goal, we cannot move. We all need to have a goal in life. That is very, very important. And in one of my programs, I really go for goal setting for individuals because they just are not clear about their goals. So, having a definite goal, probably in numbers, so that I am able to tell you that today that I would like to touch the lives of 1 million women. I can help them to bring that inner potential of them to come out. So that inner potential may be to do a business, everything to become successful. But what I want to understand, help them understand is that you all have inner potential to be happy. Even if you don't have business, even if you don't have anything in the world, but believe that you have the potential to be happy always.
Yes.
That is one thing which I really want to bring about in so many women, and especially the youth who are digressing and having those depression, anxiety, because that happiness is what they're chasing.
Hmm.
No, we have words like pursuit of happiness. No, you don't have to pursue happiness.
No,
It is in.
happiness is a choice. We can make it at
Yeah,
any moment.
absolutely. And it is inside you. That is why I named my academy as Inner Peace Academy. Because
Fan-
unless we go inside, we cannot find what is outside.
Fantastic. Thank you. Now, my next question to you is, are you currently running any promos, contests, or giveaways?
So giveaways, not that I am recently promoting, but yes, my program on Winners Blueprint, which is one a 2 days workshop which I continue to do. You can come on that. I also do very regularly my past life regression therapy. Why I'm stressing on that also, because that really helps us to really heal ourselves from inside, because if we are not healed from inside, we continue to get more wounds and give more wounds to the people around us,
That's right.
and a person who is hurt cannot bring out their full potential.
That's right.
So it is so important to really heal yourself first and then move on
Yeah.
in your life.
Everything,
So that is
everything
one
comes from
program.
within. Okay, so
Yes,
let me just clarify this. This is not a giveaway. This is what you have available. Is that correct?
yes,
Okay.
absolutely, absolutely.
So what you have available is a program, a 2-day program.
Yes,
Now,
Winners Blueprint.
is this online or is this live locally?
No, it is online. We have to register for that, and then when we register for that, then I have I on a weekend I take that program.
Okay. And was there something else as well you mentioned?
So that is again PLR therapy. Again for that it is a one-on-one thing, and then I also do one-on-one coaching with the name of Restart Model. So I do one-on-one coachings for anybody who wants to really have some goal setting in their life to become a successful person with happiness,
Great.
with healing. So it
Great.
is a very combo kind of a thing. Yes.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. So, for our listeners and viewers, please reach out to Monica if if you want to boost your happiness and also do her 2-day program as well. So, my next question to you is, what would you say to inspire other women?
I think to believe in yourself is the most important thing, and to be authentic.
Authentic.
Most important thing is to be authentic. You don't have to become somebody else. No, when in one of my courses, when I had gone in a college and I asked the children, what do you want to become when you grow up? So they always take names of some famous personalities. No, I want to become like that. So it is okay to take inspiration from somebody, but you don't become somebody else. No, you become yourself. So being authentic is the most important thing which And that is a value which we can give a gift to ourselves to for being authentic always.
That's such great advice. Thank you so much, Monica. And again, it comes down to self-worth, doesn't it? Because if we really,
Yes.
really love ourselves and we have the worth, we can be authentic. It is usually when we lack self-worth that we are not authentic. So that's really, really great advice. Thank you, Monica. So tell us now, as we end this interview with great thanks, how can we connect with you, Monica?
So, Tula, I am available where we meet on LinkedIn. We
Link.
are there on LinkedIn. Yes, you can reach out to me on LinkedIn. I'm also on Instagram in the name of Hope and Happiness, and also Inner Peace Academy. Two different accounts are there, so they can reach out on Inner Peace Academy in on my Insta account also.
Uh-huh.
And on Facebook, I am on my name, which is Monica Checker Nagpal, which is Checker is my maiden name. So I kept it like that. So you can reach out to me, you can message, you can DM. But the best place would be LinkedIn. You can really reach out. That's the most professional place where we can really be just very serious about whatever we need from each other.
Yep.
So
And what
LinkedIn would be
what
the
is your profile named on LinkedIn?
Dr. Monica Nagpal. So that is
Dr.
in
Monica. So for everyone, Dr. Monica, spelled Monica, Nagpal, spelled Nagpal.
right.
That's on
Absolutely.
LinkedIn. So reach out
Yes.
to Monica, everyone, and say hello. And Monica,
Yes.
I want to thank you so much for your time today and your very, very special wisdom. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Thank you so much, Tula. It was so wonderful to be here with you. It was an honor to be here on this Goddess show. And I'm going and telling all the women that who really want to bring out their goddess, please join Tula's Voices of Visionary Women program, and you will be able to really benefit out of so much. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you
Tula.
so
It was
much. I
great
wish
pleasure.
you amazing success. Thank you, Monica.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Bye bye. Thank you for tuning in to the Goddess Show podcast. We hope you've enjoyed it. And if you did, feel free to like, subscribe, share, and we look forward to seeing you next time.